Hi, this is for learning Brazilian Portuguese. Continue reading in English mostly, translating somewhat. I'm going to translate a bit less than the first minute and a half. This starts out at about 1 minute and 35 seconds approximately of the video. Okay, here we go. Okay, traveling is a chance to open yourself up to the world. Okay. 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 Sair, to leave de casa, leave the house. And no, conhecer lugar, a place relatively distant. Is to understand, entender, that the form, there, how, como, enxergamos, how we view life, a vida, got an extra, there, a vida, the life, and how the como is being reused in the next phrase, how we place ourselves on this planet. Colocamos, we place. Then we got neste or neste, depending on where you are in Brazil. It's a combination of en, in, or on, probably on in this case maybe, and then este or este, which means this. It's on this planet. Okay. Is influenced by the pelo, male way, in which em que crecemos vivemos. Crecemos, we grow, and vivemos, that we live. I'm going to slow down the translation a little bit. Try to get through this in a half hour altogether. So, understanding that all is transitory, a passing moment in the continuous flux of acontecimentos, events, that is life. Have an there for the vida, the life. I perceived the size of the world after my, got a na for minha. That's in the, wouldn't use the before my in English, but they do, and that's na, in the. Okay, primera, first trip, my first international trip, for South Africa. I would say to South Africa. They say para for to Africa do Sul, South Africa, Africa of the South, do of the. Acostumado, accustomed that we are a majority culture Christian. It surprised me with the multitude, the G of Muslims that took count, means that basically that were, okay, in the streets, ruas, G, the G, which means of Cape Town. People that filled Lotava, mosque and corners corners of their faith, and they say with their faith. They use kol a lot. That we would use other words. And okay, and a year later, on my stargy, I increased the colors of the religious picture, quadros picture, owl, to the A plus O. Do of the world, do mundo, do, that is of plus O. Al conocer, in knowing, well, they say at the knowing, ao, at the Hindus, Buddhists, Sikhs, and many others, for and many others, during a period of almost a year, for a year, living, morando, and viajando, living and traveling, viajando, by Asia, I would say, through Asia. You got Pela there, okay. So, our nosas, truths, verdades, caem, fall, like the em ending for they fall. For terra, to the ground, such tantos veces, que comenzamos, that we begin to crear novos sensos, new senses, do. The crear has an a before it, that's to create. Do, of the, this is a hidden of what? Because you got do key, well, you got to break the do down to of the, then you got to take the key, O key, and make that a what. So do key becomes of what. Okay. Is that's the E with the accent mark. What is truth? Verdade. G of DE, spelled DEG, of how the world operates, opera, or should operate. O deveria operar. Okay. Okay, hitting the street, they say falling in the street, cair, na estrada, na is in the, gives you, ti da, And this DA has an accent mark on the A, and it means gives. Okay, so the is from dar, to give. Okay, the opportunity of G, learning to be. We got ser there. In this case is to, ser is to be, ser means to be. More tolerant. Okay. Okay, understanding that things that we believe, creditamos, profoundly, as if the SC here is pronounced C, and it means if. It's the same word for the reflexive pronoun. It's just based on context. Okay, if they were fulsome, if the means would be, verdades, truths, absolutas, absolute truths. Okay, they can, podem, no, not have, ter, any, qualquer, sentido, or sentido, sense, do, of the other, lado, side of the do world, mundo. Mais, more than this, that the bigger part of do, of the world, can, pode, pensar, think of, de, forma, a way, form, differentiate, different, da, gente, da, of the people. Okay, traveling is a invitation, convite, ao, to the respeito, respect, respeito. R is pronounced H, and ao, to the entendimento, understanding. Okay, in the words, nas palavras, nas, in the, this time the AS matches the AS on palavras, words. In the words, G of Mark Twain, traveling can be fatal for the preconceito, prejudice, the intolerance, and as, the plural, ideas, here it ends with as, you got the as to match it for the, as ideas, limitadas, limited ideas. Okay, in order that hierarchy, iso, isu, this to occur, occurra, de fato, to occur for real. Claro, I mean, yes, or clearly, it is preciso, or preciso. It is needed that he, the proprio, own, viajanti, traveling, si abra, to open. Okay, one has to open. Si abra, reflexive verb. One has to open their own traveling. Okay, except the differences and be ready, pronto, to change. They use para, so ready for change, or depends how you, about the same thing really, okay? Seeing close, up close, it means de perto, or de perto. How other cultures can be so tão different, and how our they got our, they put a the in front of it, nosa, can be completely unknown, ignorata, in parts, pedaços of the globe, dos of the, nos, that's us, nos this time is not in the, you gotta watch that. It says nos da, gives us. What gives us, just another way they say, is what the world gives us. In other words, what there is in the world, nos da. And I'll play it for a little bit. Okay. So then with our, again, they put a the in front of the nosa here. The. With our opening to understanding, ao entendimento, again, there's a the, because you got a noun coming up. So they put a the there, even though we wouldn't use it in English. Okay, so to understanding, instead of saying to, they say ao, to the understanding. Okay, this tolerant comprehension, asa is this, G of that the thing, a coisa, the thing, they're talking about this whole discussion above, is bem maior, much bigger, do que, than. You put, if you got do que, that means than. It's literally of the that, but you see do que, just realize that that means, that phrase means than. Okay, than could, poderia, julgar, judge, our old / main philosophy. And again, they got to put a the in front of our. Nosa. I don't translate the the there. Okay. And okay, from tolerance. And they say they got da there. It means that's okay, da is de plus of the, or from the, because G can mean from. I would not translate the I would say from tolerance. They say from the tolerance. Okay. Comes vem, respect. They say the respect. O respeito. And later, it means further on, mais adiante, the convivência, living together. And that the word living together, convivência, means living together in peace. And specifically, and next word is and, okay. Ao, at the mesmo tempo, same time, traveling, in traveling, you got an ando ending here, traveling, so you can always put the word in if you need to translate it, okay? So in traveling, you could say, traveling, we perceive, you might not be clear in your mind what that means, but put the in front of it. In traveling, we perceive. Percebemos. That we are not, somos means we are, got a no in front of it. So we are not, tão, so different. And they got that word assim, which means like this, or in this way. So anyway, it doesn't add much to the sentence in this case, which is often the case when the assim comes at the very end of the sentence. This adds the phrase in this way. Okay. So traveling is an invitation, the convite, ao, to the respect, and ao, to the understanding. And the first part of that sentence was traveling is a invitation to respect and understanding. In the words, nas palavras, nas, it's n plus as. It's in the words, nas palavras, G of Mark Twain, traveling can be fatal for prejudice. Oh, they got the prejudice. The intolerance, that's in front of it, the tolerance, and as, the ideas, as in front of it, plural, the, because ideas is plural and as is feminine, ideas is feminine. Ideas ends as. We use as for the in front of it. As ideas for limited ideas. Okay. So for this pararchy, for this pararchy iso, for this to occur in fact, or to actually occur, claro, it is needed okay, I just realized I was reading the wrong spot. So, excuse me. Okay, I already read that. So, okay, got a little extra there. I hit the back button instead of the forward button. Okay. Now we're back where we're supposed to be. Between 2011 and 2012, I passed 6 months in India, and it says na India. So in they've got to put a the in front of the name of the country there. Okay, I lived and worked in a Numa. They got the N in front of Uma, Numa. I mean, okay, so in a, Uma is a feminine, Numa, in a job, excuse me, a company here, an Indian company. I lived day to day, okay, gia, get that in the middle of two, gila, that means there, the phrase means there, basically. Okay, I lived day to day there. Okay, mesmo que, same as, or this, okay, I'd say that phrase, mesmo que is just even if. that world was completely, okay, so we got a subjunctive was here, right? So you say that world might be or may have been, fosse, may have been completely different for me, causing a giant cultural shock um, every time, toda vez, that I placed the feet, os, got the, got pass, feet, is a masculine noun and it's plural. Got 2 feet, right? So you got to use os for the here. Okay. O is singular, masculine. The os is plural. Os pass. Pass. Para fora. That means outside. G casa. G of the house. Também also, I perceive that for much differences that key that much different that we are possemos, okay, so say we are different, so the differentius is modifying we. Well, we is plural, that's why differentius has to have an s on the end of it to match we. So as different as we are, as much different as we are. No geral, no geral, excuse me, it literally means in the general. No, in the general. Geral. Okay. A jovem, young resident of G, a, that's for feminine, big Brazilian capital, has desires, dreams, and fears, medos, and fears muito parecidos, very similar, with os. They're using os as a pronoun, so as okay, os is referring to the desires, soños, dreams, fears. Okay, so os is plural, the masculine being used as a pronoun here. Okay, those of G, D-E-G, A, resident of G, Mumbai of Mumbai, G Mumbai, or O, Peking. Okay, at the end of everything, it says at the end of counts, at the end of, adding everything up. Okay, in the end, no fin das contas, no fin, N-O, that is in the fin, end, in the end, das, of the, das, contas, the as on das has add match the as on contas. So it's in the end of counts, so after you've counted everything, or after everything's said and done. Okay, for the things, as coisas, the things, got to use coisas, as coisas. Okay, the things that que really realmente, Matter, have importance. The verb is importam. Importam. So have importance or matter. The things that really matter. I and a jovem, a young person. Let me see, hit that J right. Jovem, a young Indian person. We have tínhamos much in common. Muito em comum. Okay. And play this forward this time. Okay, so in traveling, that I perceived how prejudice can crop up. He's talking about his own prejudice and can fight against this. Lutar, fight, contra, against, isu, this. And play it forward here. Okay, give me a second. So check the time of video. And that's be it for this one. Hey, if you like this kind of thing, like, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you.